Alrighty, y'all. Welcome to Joe's Retro World. Today, we're going to take a look at the Nintendo 64 and this awesome replacement shell that I got off of Amazon for $50, y'all. Yeah, this thing was $52 total because they gave me a little 10% discount or something like that, a little discount. I think it was either 5 or 10. And so it actually came out to $49.99 plus tax shipping. Of course, I have Amazon Prime, so it came within one day. Yeah, it was cool. And so $52 later, here I have my beautiful Nintendo 64 just looking awesome. And I know some of y'all are like, what is up with that memory expansion port there? Well, it used to be a cheap aftermarket expansion port that was actually red, and I didn't like it. I didn't think it went good with the shell, so I went ahead and took it off and painted it. But first, let me go ahead and show you a little detail. This is the box that the shell actually came in. Actually says right there, Crystal Limited Edition. And they only had it in blue and this smoke. And so I was like, no, I'll go ahead and get the smoke one. Yeah, retro is cool. That I've seen on Sega Genesis, Sega Dreamcast shells. Retro is cool. So I went ahead and ordered it. And it came with everything you see there. It came with the power buttons. Came with the, let me put this down, the little compartment flaps right here. And underneath it, I was missing this little expansion port, for your Game Boy and other whatever accessory that you use with the Nintendo 64. And so, yeah, that was pretty cool. And it came with the little feet right here. It did not come with screws, so you got to provide your own screws. Okay. But yeah, it was really nice. Brand new buttons. It's really high quality. And it's crazy how good it is for $52. I saw some other kits on there for $70. Came with a little sticker. And it came with a new little LED thing right here. It was clear because the other one was kind of opaque. I went ahead and used what's that called, man? Magic eraser to get these nice and clean, and then finished it off with some alcohol. Looks pretty good. It wasn't hard to, of course, swap it out. The motherboard of the Nintendo 64 is really easy to put together, take apart, everything. I might red, green, blue mod this with the Votar little kit just because I figure, hey, it looks so good now. I might as well upgrade it while I'm at it. Now, the kit did come with the tools that you need. Everything is crazy. So you use this orange one to take the little screws off the bottom, okay? So the orange ones to take these off right here. You'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when you do this, go ahead and either lay it flat with a towel underneath so that it's, good and supported. And then go and press, gently but firmly, and then back them out. Not to strip nothing and all that good stuff. So once you remove them, then when you go on the inside, you have to use a Phillips head to remove the rest of the pieces holding the motherboard down. And then there's two final ones that are actually part of the memory port. Take this out. On the inside there's two Phillips head screws. See the little two screws? This is what this clear screwdriver is for. You take one and the other one out right here, and that holds the motherboard down. And you're going to be like, I took all the rest of the screws down off of the motherboard. Why ain't it coming up? It's these last two screws right here, y'all. So don't forget those. Now, like I said, this is a aftermarket memory expansion card. You can actually see it there. All beautiful. Yeah, I actually painted this myself. Like, you can see the texture. I actually almost messed this up. it had a texture from the factory. As you can see, it's red. Okay, and I didn't like that ugly red. It looks so ugly. Now, if you would go to my TikTok or Instagram, you can see pictures of this. Well, no, only my TikTok. You can see a video where this was red, and then how I painted it real quick, But I initially painted it, and I didn't prep the surface, and because I didn't do that, it started getting like these little circles that look like fish eyes, and they're called fish eyes, and so it was ruined. So I had to end up wiping it clean with a paper towel, washing it with soap and water, and then I went back with some sandpaper, sanded all the surface down as good as I could with some, it was like 1200, 1500 grit water sandpaper. So I sanded it underwater until I got everything clean. And then I used some Krylon black paint to paint it, and that was it. Now you have to, if you have one like this, you take these two screws off right here with, it's cool. You can use the little screwdrivers that it actually came with the kit, and it'll fit perfectly. Remove these two screws, and then this comes apart, and then this allows you to get to these little four little screws here that hold this expansion cover on right here. Okay, now this aluminum is a heat sink for this cheap expansion memory card, but it's been working for me. A lot of people online, I heard on Reddit and stuff, complaining about this cheap memory expansion card, but I use it all the time, and I've had no issues with it, and it looks beautiful now, matching the black on black, the smoke and everything. I think it came out perfect. What do you think? Let me know if I did a good job with the painting, the custom painting there. But it looks really pretty. Let me power it up. I had 3 games. I gave 2 away to a friend that said he wanted to get a 64. So I said, here you can have Glover and Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I gave him those for free because I didn't enjoy those games. This is the only game that I have physically and I actually own, and it's Star Fox 64. Maybe later I get a Mega Everdrive. It's only $100 plus shipping. And yeah, I can easily download the games and get them and be playing my heart content. That way I can play every single game ever made plus new ones for the Nintendo 64. But yeah, look at that. It looks sexy there. I like that. The game, has almost the same darkness as the shell. And it's crazy. I really was gonna almost get rid of this, and I'm so glad I didn't. I went ahead and said, no, I'm gonna fix it up. That way it can at least look beautiful just sitting there, even if I don't play it as much as it should, because some of the games on here are just really, really crazy good. Everybody has their console, and the Nintendo 64 was a lot of people's favorite. Mine is the PlayStation 2. That was my era. I love my Super Nintendo. I love my Nintendo, but yeah, I'm glad I got a Nintendo 64, y'all. So let's plug it up, and I'll show you how it looks with the light on. All right, before I turn it on, I wanted to just point something out. I really love the massive power brick that goes on the back of this Nintendo 64. It just literally, can be snapped into place like a gun magnum. I just thought that was cool, y'all. I had to point that out. Check it out. Look how pretty that is. I'm using just regular composite cables to my Toshiba 36A43. You gotta love that it knows that there's not a controller there. It's just really nice. Yeah, that's a huge 36-inch TV, y'all. That's what I play with every day. I usually use that or my Ikigami. But for some reason, it doesn't like composite feed. It acts really funny. I don't know if the card is messed up, but yeah, it's all good. I can play Star Fox 64 on this huge beast. Just lovely. Just really lovely. So my next thing to do is going to go ahead, like I said, we're going to go ahead and red, green, blue mod this. And we're going to get a wireless controller for it because I have a wireless controller for almost for all my systems. I love them. 8-bit dough so far has been really good to me. Retro bit, I've had 2 for another system and they just blanked out. So I'm not going that route. But yeah, we're going to get this modded, cleaned up, wireless controller, with we're gonna eventually get an editor drive so we can check out some other games on here, man, yo. Yeah. But let's go ahead and open this up and just show you how easy it is to take your shell out. And yeah, I know I made this video a little longer than I wanted, but I want to go ahead and just show you how to take it completely out apart. So let's turn this down and get into it. All right, so we're gonna do this in real time. In real time, so you can see this. Let me get to the side of the camera so I'm not bumping it. So first thing you do, of course, you take your memory expansion card out, or turn your system off. Take that out. Remove your power cable, your AV multi-out cable, and I have S-Video also compatibility on those wires that I got there. And if you ever played S-Video Nintendo 64, it looks really, really pretty. Composite looks good. You know, it's a little blurry to some people, but hey, I'm okay. But if you upgrade to S-Video, then you ain't got to do no modification. As long as your TV has S-Video, and boom, you'll be able to play some really pretty Nintendo 64 games. There's a lot of them out there, y'all. And I'm going to red, green, blue it, mod it, because I have HD Retrovision component cables already for my Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, PlayStation 1, 2, 3. Oh, man. That's why I said put a towel underneath so it doesn't move, but it's okay, y'all. I'm a professional. All right. Get these other ones out. Oh, that's why I like keep pressing. All right, that one's done. All right, let me get to that one by myself. I was like, wait a minute, I forgot one. Yeah, right here on the very bottom. In the front, in the middle. I was like, 5? No, I'm not supposed to have 5 screws. I'm supposed to have 6. All right, so. All right. 6 screws, 2 feet. All right, so you're done with the orange. Sorry, did it backwards. Okay. So now you set the top aside, and you take your Phillips head, this black one, and you're gonna take these 2 screws, this one in here, this one, this one. These 2 small ones are gonna be removed with this. And then this other one here and here, there's another one. There's one here, and then these 2, this one. Yeah, so, and that one's the last one, of course. So remove all that, and this whole motherboard comes out. Do not touch these. You don't need to touch this. This is so, as the heat sink and all that stuff. But if you touch any of these, you got to put it back all exactly the same, and you can damage the board and all that. Unless you're trying to change capacitors and all that other stuff, you don't need to tear it down anymore. You're just removing these screws here just to get this motherboard out. And I'll show you. And so, yeah, this is the other thing that they changed right here. And then while you're at it, you can always mod your little LED to change the color of it. But let's remove these screws with the little black screwdriver real quick. All right. Alrighty, y'all. So I got them all removed, of course, just with this little black one. And yes, it was a pain in the butt, and it was hard knuckling because it was just such a small screwdriver. But it does work. So now I got them all removed. I can go ahead and start lifting up my motherboard after I remove the final 2 screws, which is right here, y'all. These little 2 buggers will get you every time. You be like, why ain't it coming up? Because you didn't remove these 2. These are small screws, but they're holding Groot. Yes, they are. All right, one little one right there. Let's get this other one. a little longer one there. And then you can just simply lift up from the back your motherboard. Just like that. And the new shell comes with these. This is for your AV out, so it can look all nice and neat. Just sits in there all pretty. But mind you, you're going to transfer over the little brass little clips here, the metal clips on the inside of your old shell. So make sure you transfer those over. You're going to be putting the little plastic clip. You're going to press it in yourself, okay? And it goes in nice and easy. Just take your time, push it in there. Transfer these over from the old shell right here, okay? Get the new one that comes with this. This is the new one, okay? And once you get your motherboard out, you can just leave it like this, and dust it all, vacuum it with a little paintbrush. Be very gentle with it. I went ahead and took the time to clean this with a magic eraser and alcohol to dry it, and then I put it all together. If you want to sand this down lightly with some Brillo pad or whatever, go ahead. You don't have to. I didn't do it. It still looks good. It's nice and clean. This is the time for you to do any other major stuff, to this. And there's other videos out there where you can break this down even further, so you can do your mods and all that good stuff. But this is not that video. I just wanted to show you just how easy it is basically to get you a new shell. Go out there, and I Googled them, but I was able to find them on Amazon. And it was crazy because they used to be so expensive. So expensive that sorry, that $100 for a new shell replacement was just, that was just crazy to me. I wasn't gonna pay all that. Okay, I can't get it to sit back. It's frustrating me. I'm getting frustrated. Okay, let me get this back together. It was right up here. I had to make sure it goes in that little square, notch perfectly and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna put it back together. Now you have to transfer your top parts over from the old parts, so you have to take apart your Nintendo 64 top, okay, right there with these two screws. Take them out and transfer over the springs to the little doors so that they can spring open and close. It's real simple to do. You'll see it. This pops in place. You just push them in. Same thing with the reset button. This is just a sticker, so I just stuck it on. And look at it. It's a little off. See, I did it off. Oh no. OCD. No. But okay, y'all. I'm going to put my Nintendo 64 back together. Play a little bit before I go to bed. I hope you go out there. I'm going to leave a link to the description to where I got mine. Hopefully it'll still be available at that cheap price at this high quality. Go out there and customize your Nintendo 64 and enjoy it like I do now. So yeah, until next time, peace and much love from Joe's Retro World.